Hello everybody. I will do my speech in English because my Norwegian is not very good either. So I hope that's okay with you. I hope you enjoyed the lunch. I have the pleasure of having the first session after the lunch, so I guess that many of you will not be really focused on my presentation, so I'll try to do my best to wake you up a little bit. I come from DKT. It's a Danish company, manufacturer of broadband components, and our vision is actually to improve living standard in Europe via broadband network performance. So our charter and our mission is to provide you with broadband components for both fiber industry, coaxial industry, but also with the focus of in-home network. And instead of me talking a lot, I have a small video here that will present our company, because maybe not all of you know who we are. And please allow me to play this small video. If you don't like the video, you can do some emailing, or you can walk out and grab a cup of coffee, but let's see if I can get this to work. Oh. And maybe, how can we flip? Let's see. It's now here. Sound.
Feel the impact. So what we want to do is to improve the network, get more broadband through it, and make it more reliable. And this will increase living standards. DKT is a technology company. We have three focus areas: the passive distribution network, the whole. It may seem like a cliche to say that we want to challenge the status quo. And it may seem very ambitious to say we want to improve living standards in Europe. But we actually mean this. I think we all need broadband networks like they in former times needed electricity and running water. Now it's broadband. And if it doesn't work, we all feel the impact. So what we want to do is to improve the network, get more broadband through it, and make it more reliable. And this will increase living standards. DKT is a technology company. We have three focus areas: the passive distribution network, the home network, and fiber to the home networks, where we design and develop products that we like to think are state of the art. I started back in 1977, where my father founded a solution provider company with the focus of building and maintaining broadband networks, at that point in time called cable TV networks. Today we want to improve living standards all over Europe. That was not the vision when we started, but it's based on the same things, and there's a clear red thread through the entire time. We started as an installer solution provider. We moved on to being a wholesaler to put together products for the industry, and now we are a manufacturer where we design and develop, produce our own things.
I think we have an agile R&D organization that is able to move fast. We listen to our customers and quickly respond to specific needs. Larger operators may be a little reluctant to make special variants. At DKT we are able to make special solutions for individual customers, and we have proven that over the past 20 years that we can tailor a specific solution for a specific customer.
When you are a new customer in DKT, the process is like you have to, step one will be that you have to investigate this customer, what will be the need and demand be from the customer. Can we add any benefit to this customer? We dig very deep into the customer to understand if we can make a benefit or a differentiator for the customer, instead of using our time wrong, also for the customer. I want to go with the customer the next step into the future and provide them a product they can use also in the future that will benefit in their sale to their end customer, to their bottom line, to their everything. It's got to be a partnership.
I think one of our success criteria is that the operators will save money in the long run. So they should not only focus on the capital investments they are making, but they should focus on the lifetime expenses that they are making. And if we can make them successful with that, then we have a successful product.
We do something different. We have something to add and to help them with, to make them ahead of their competitors.
The things I'm most proud of is our position in Denmark. It was founded by my father. I think that's part of it. Also, I was able to carry it on. We are an established market leader in Denmark, a market which is on the forefront of broadband development. That means a lot to me. Some of the other achievements will be product related, position related. One thing is the current rebuild of in Denmark. It's a project called GigaNet, where all of the incumbents network will be rebuilt with the new DOCSIS 3.1 standard. We will supply the products. It will be implemented by one of the giant companies of the world, and we are proud that we can make a difference here.
So Robert, I think you have to help me again, bringing back the presentation to. So a small introduction video for those of you who do not know us. Today I will talk mostly about our fiber termination products, but also about some of our in-home initiatives. And let's see if I can get this to work. I really hate these kind of gadgets here that are not. It's not responding. Hvad siger du? Hvad siger det? Så får jeg bare trykke. Ja. Sådan. Our CPEs for fiber are quite neutral, and these small form factor products we have manufactured for a number of years now, and it's been widely adopted throughout Europe. The focus of our focus for DKT is this part of the network. Fiber to the Home Council has made a reference model, and we are focusing at the fiber termination by offering simple fiber termination unit as well as media converters for point-to-point technology. And what I would like to present to you today is our latest family. We have this fiber termination unit media converter, comes in 3 different flavors. We have a simple media converter which takes 1000 base WAN to gigabit LAN. We have a 4-port version that I have here in my hand, and we also have RF overlay coming with the products. Our philosophy is to make simple fiber termination products that can be easily managed, but who do not have routing functionality, because we believe that all the wireless standards will rapidly change over time, so you would need to have a separate router box and leave the fiber termination to a simple media converter that terminates the fiber when it comes in. So so you introduce a clear demarcation point for your fiber network, and you have your service gateway inside the household. So I put up here some features that our product have. We have the basic neutral design here for the fiber termination unit. It's has a neutral design and is actually what we call technology agnostic, because what you can do is that you can easily patch your fiber connections to external devices such as a GPON ONT by using our click technology here, or you can. So the idea is basically you terminate the fiber in each customer premises in new greenfield areas. You take all the households, install your fiber, leave the fiber installation, and when the customer would like to subscribe to service, you simply send him the active unit by post, and the customer himself can activate his service by clicking on the active unit like this. So it's a simple concept where a customer can also exchange the active unit if it breaks down. We believe that it's important to terminate your fiber layer 2 device from your active router, and we have a couple of examples here where we had the access point exactly where the fiber came in into the premises here, access point 1, and we measured Wi-Fi performance. And we see that by placing the access point in the optimum spot in the premises, you can achieve actually 200% more performance instead of having it where the fiber comes in. So we believe that it's very important to separate the service gateway from the fiber termination gateway. Also, from an investment point of view, it's important that you, in your business case model, look into the different product categories, because the fiber itself and the fiber termination unit has to be written off, let's say, in more than 20 years, whereas some of the active equipments, the routers, they have to be rapidly more and more exchanged due to new standards, due to new requirements coming from both the customer but from the industry in general. We see examples with the Wi-Fi technologies. Every 2-3 years a new Wi-Fi standard is being approved, and therefore many of the active units, many of the routers, many of the service gateway have to be exchanged. So therefore, by having a simple demarcation point CPE, you can actually in the long run save money because you don't have to exchange or maintain the fiber installation as often as if you would need to if you have one box like we have on the picture here, the access point. This one, if you have to send out a technician to reinstall a new box, in the long run you have it's getting more expensive. We work through a distribution model all over Europe, so in 11 different countries in Europe we work through local partners, and we see from country to country two different models. The first models that we see in the fiber industry is what we call the open access network model, where any service provider is able to provide his service to the customer by using the common fiber that is being rolled out. So in this case, it is important to have a service aggregator box. So you come in with your fiber here, you terminate your services, and the individual service providers can provide individual boxes for the individual services in the home. And for instance, in Switzerland, they have 4 fibers going into each home, and any service provider is able to connect to these fibers so they can offer the individual customers individual services. So in this case, the critical component actually becomes this fiber termination unit. It's important that it can support VLAN tagging, it's supporting quality of service, it's important that you can manage it so you can control which service provider is allowed to offer which service at what SLA. The other model that we see is the single service provider model, where one operator owns the network. He has full control of everything, all the components in the network. In here, the critical component is the router, because the service provider will provide a router with Wi-Fi, set-top box with IPTV capabilities, and here this becomes the critical component. And in that case, you just need a simple dumb media converter that takes you from fiber to RJ45. So these are the two main topologies that we see all over Europe. Another thing I would like to address in this presentation is, okay, you as an operator would like to offer fiber to your customer, but what about the in-home? How do you distribute IP services in the home? We have one case, this is actually from a Danish operator, where they had a set-top box connected via Wi-Fi to the router, and they wanted to have IPTV flying via the Wi-Fi. And the customer couldn't get this to work, and he called in and complained. And the technician went out, and maybe it's not that clear, but in this case here, it was an apartment in Aalborg. The technician, he could see more than 100 access points. So that's actually why it was not working, and many of the access points were using channel 7, so they were all interfering each other. This operator in Denmark receives more than 1,400 calls a week, and 80% of these calls are due to Wi-Fi issues. Customers cannot connect, or they have difficulties getting a good, reliable Wi-Fi connection. So what we have introduced is a complementary technology to Wi-Fi. It's an upgrade of your coax in-home installation. And basically what we are doing is that we convert the existing coax installation you have in your home to an IP backbone. So the idea is basically to use the coax, if you have it, for IP distribution. And the whole idea is that mission critical applications such as gaming PCs, set-top boxes, etc. can be connected via this backbone. And the good thing about this is that you simply just upgrade your existing wall outlets that you have at home. In this case here, FM, TV, multimedia wall outlet, and you click on this adapter, and now you have IP distribution. You have the possibility of having 500 megabit per second traffic going through your coax network. The whole concept is based on the MoCA technology. MoCA has been widely adopted in Europe, or in the US for many years, whereas in Europe, operators, customers, consumers have been a little reluctant to use the technology, mostly due to the robustness in the type of coax installation we have in our home in Europe. Because here it's quite normal that you have either a star network or a series network of outlets that are interconnected, and it means you have a lot of loss in your in-home network. And the old MoCA technology was not really prepared for that, but the latest MoCA 2.0 technology actually allows you to have a coax infrastructure with up to 70 dB of attenuation and still maintain a robust 150 megabit per second connectivity. And how am I doing on time? I still have 5 minutes left, Robert? Okay. Actually, what I'm showcasing out at the coffee machine is a demonstration of how you can pass data through your coax installation. And in case you have difficulties with your Wi-Fi in the room here, you can get free internet simply by hooking up your laptop to my demo setup. And I'm running via a 4G modem. So you can see that you can actually have a high-speed internet connectivity through your coax network. So please join me in the booth during the breaks, and you can get a demonstration. So basically, DKT We provide coaxial products for DOCSIS. We provide in-home products for IP distribution within the home. And then we also provide intuitive and simple fiber termination units. And feel free to ask questions during the break, or if you have any questions now, please let me know. Thank you very much.